Hello class, I welcome you all to this session. This session is class 9 of non-profit organization. So in this class we are going to learn about accounting of assets created out of specific fund. Now what do you mean by that? Say for example, there is building fund. Okay, there is building fund. From this building fund have created or we have constructed building. Okay, so this is the meaning of asset created out of specific fund. Now let me read out whatever I have written. If an asset is created out of specific fund, say building from building fund, amount incurred on the asset is transferred to capital fund. Now what do you mean by this? Whatever is the amount that has been incurred, that will be transferred to capital fund. Let me illustrate. Now, for example, we are having building fund opening balance as 10 lakhs. Okay. Now, out of this 10 lakhs, we have used for the construction of building rupees 6 lakhs. Now, this 10 lakh has transferred to building with rupees 6 lakhs. Now, we all know that capital can be used for application, that is, can be applied for purchase or setting up of assets. Now this is the basics that we know, right? Capital can be applied for purchase of assets. So this is the source of fund that we have got. Which is the source of fund? Capital is a source of fund that we have got, and how we have applied that is in the form of assets. Now this part we are very clear. Now in this particular, there is an accounting treatment excuse me, there is an accounting treatment for this. Now whatever is the amount that is being applied for construction of an asset, that amount should be deducted here. So I'm just going to deduct 6 lakhs from here. Okay, so how much is this balance? The balance of the fund will become 4 lakhs. Balance of what fund? Building fund, because 6 lakhs is being utilized for construction of building. Now this has to be transferred to the capital fund. Now is there any opening fund? As of now I'm assuming it to be nil. So transfer, I think it's a formula. Just a second. So it's I've just applied it to be nil. Now transfer to building fund will be, from building fund will be 6 lakhs. So you can understand by this that how to treat this entry, right? First you have something called as building fund. What is it? First you have something called as building fund. Now from this building fund, what happened? You transferred that to construction of building. Okay. Now this construction of building has to go into capital fund, and then only you can transfer that to the building fund. I hope that this is clear. Okay. So because of this logic, this base, what is this base? From the capital only you can apply certain things for construction of asset. This is the base of accountancy, right? From capital only we can take funds to set up assets or to purchase any assets, right? So it has to go from the capital fund. Is it directly from the capital fund? The answer is no. It is from the building fund. Why, ma'am? Building fund, we cannot show this directly to building. No, the accounting treatment for this. The accounting treatment for this will be, you have to understand the accounting treatment will be from the specified fund. That is the building fund. 6 lakhs has gone. So building fund has turned to be 4 lakhs. This should be added to your capital fund. So that is what you mentioned. So if an asset is created out of specific fund, say building from building fund, amount incurred on the asset is transferred to capital fund. Now, there's one more thing that I want you to remember always. What is it? See, fund, say for example, building fund is 10 lakhs. This is an illustration, just pay attention. Okay, so fund is how much? 10 lakhs. Now building constructed may not be always necessarily within this 10 lakhs. It may be more amount also. Excuse me. It can be more amount also. Say for example, 11 lakhs have been incurred. Now there is how much extra? 1 lakh extra. Now this 1 lakh should be transferred to the debit side of income and expenditure account, because debit side is all about expenditure. Okay, so sorry, debit side is all about expenditure, so you should keep that in mind. Okay, now we are going to learn about what are the categories of funds. Now categories of funds, there are two categories. One is restricted fund, another one is unrestricted fund. Now restricted fund is for a specific purpose. Some of the examples of restricted funds are government grants, endowment fund, annuity fund, loan fund, fixed asset fund, prize fund. Now all these things are examples of restricted fund. Now this fund is being created for a specific purpose and its usage is restricted only to that specified purpose. Now the other category is unrestricted fund. Unrestricted fund is created for general purpose. That is, there is no specified purpose for which it has to be applied. It is for the general objective of NPO. Say for example, the general objective is to promote cricket. In that case, for promotion of cricket, it will be utilized. That's it. So the examples of this fund is capital fund, general fund. But restricted fund means, say for example, prize fund. In this case, if you conducted any sort of contest or conducted any games, this particular fund money will be used only for prize purchases, not for anything else. So that is called as specific purpose. Now I hope that this part is very clear to you. We will be discussing in depth about the categories of funds in the next class. Thank you, class.